Well, hello everybody, Mr. O here, and today I'm going to do a two-part lesson in a sense. I'm going to do a gouache setup, which is this video, and then I'm going to just do a quick demonstration of gouache and why it's similar and dissimilar to watercolor. So let me show you what I have and how my students are going to use it within the classroom. The first thing I got is this is my gouache set, and what we're using is gel packs. And gouache can come in a tube. I probably should have grabbed a tube, but you guys have seen watercolor tubes before. And as you can see, if you don't use gouache after a while, the gel really dries out. Like this purple and blue, especially the metallic colors, they really shrink up. But no worries. To reactivate a color, in my classroom, I'm going to have small spray bottles, and because you'll see a mister kind of goes in a large area, all you have to do is just gently coat the color you want. You don't want to just spray over everything, especially if you're not going to use it, because you can see when you first open a gel pack, see how full and moist it looks. After a while, it looks like this, and it's okay. As you can see, the water's going to get absorbed, and as I dip my brush in a water cup and really get in there, it's going to get moist again. Now, that's enough on that. Opening the gel packs is the next challenge. Now, I noticed that my set, I can easily rip open. If you can rip them, pull out the top, great. If not, here's my recommendation. This is where we need an X-Acto knife, and probably, because I'm going to get probably a little paint on my hands too. You got to be gentle, and you just puncture a little bit, just the cup itself. And what I do is I cut two sides, and then I'm going to wipe the paint off the blade so it doesn't dry on. That's what gives those blades the little crooked when you try to use them again for something different. And what I'm going to do is now peel. See how I just peeled that? And you can see how wet and moist that gel pack is. And then if I can get all of it, including the edges, I will. I'm not going to worry about that too much. If there was a large chunk, I would take the paintbrush and wipe it off, like grab a paintbrush over here and wipe it off and stuff like that. I'm going to dip my fingers in. This keeps getting paint everywhere. You know, I know it's like, well, you're going to get paint on your hands again. Yes, I will. I'm just getting rid of the big chunk. And I think that's probably going to be good enough. I know I still have a little bit over here, but you don't want to fight it too much, because I don't know about you, I don't have big nails, and I feel like it will set in the block quite easily. I'll put it back in the tray and it's ready to go. I'm going to clean everything, making sure my fingers, it's okay if I leave paint behind, because it is art, you're supposed to be messy. I just want to make sure that when I touch something, I'm not leaving orange behind. But since I am going to be touching stuff, the other thing I have, and your blade comes with a cap, put it back in or put it away safely. I'm going to put it safe so I don't accidentally cut myself. Naturally, you need paint brushes. I use a watercolor brush, both by Crown Royale, and I got my water, but my students are going to get a new kind of water dish, and you're going to be able to push it out, fill it up. I'll even have a little handle, but best part is I'll have spots for paintbrushes that you're using so they don't roll off the desk. These won't fit every paintbrush, but having you can stick them this way when they're in use. It's going to be more user friendly, and then gently push them down and you can stack them. And then the last, well, not the last thing, paper towel. I have a scrap piece of paper. Now, since I'm at my art studio, I got watercolor paper, but a sketch piece of paper will work just fine. And then if I'm going to be mixing, like my students are going to have a smaller set, so they're probably going to need to mix more. I'm mixing. I can usually do it, as you can see. I usually mix on my scrap paper, but if you like a tray, you can mix it into a tray. That's what makes these nice little trays. And then that's pretty much, I think, covers. Definitely have a paper towel. It's always good. And I save mine. I'll use this until it's all used up. And I think I'm ready to do a watercolor, or I'm sorry, a gouache demonstration. But before I do that, I want to remind you guys in the next video, be kind. There's a lot of stuff going out there. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.